when you're looking from the outside in, you only see the outside, obviously. Okay, when you're on the inside, there's so much more dynamics going on.
It's more than just a team here. It's more like a brotherhood. This is a close-knit group of guys that are like a family.
They get after it. They're intense. They're gritty. They go out there and really they go out there just to fight in battle.
They don't just show up expecting to win because of who they are. They put the time in and expect to win because of what they've done.
Everyone's fighting for that spot, and it's not just 10 guys. I really feel this team at Minnesota is truly about that team aspect.
Everybody says we have our team's like a family. No matter what we're doing, it's everybody's together.
I could talk to my house about anything or anybody on the team about anything. They're always looking out for our team.
The guys are going to give their all for the team because you are that close-knit, and everybody's encouraging one another, and it fosters that mindset where you're going to give everything you have all the time.
Form these bonds with these guys, and that's formed through all the workouts we do, the hard practices.
So many up and downs and that you deal with as a team, and it just brings you closer every day.
If there's, for instance, somebody that's down in the dumps, he can count on looking up and having 10 plus people reaching out to give him a hand to help him out.
There's 45 guys and we all get along real well, and it's just important to have that in the practice room. You're scrapping down there and you're mad at each other and you walk out and it's over and done with, but you couldn't ask for a better set of teammates.
Just kind of that hard-nosed, hard-working guy that's going to go in and do whatever it takes to win.
There's just a whole conglomeration of different things that people see, and then all the little things that happen as you go through the season that make those things stand out.
In a season, you always know you have to deal with some type of adversity at some point. This year, I think the team dealt with more than usual, but the guys adapted very well.
We had the fences thrown at us. We lost our head coach. He was out for the majority of the season due to a knee injury. We didn't have full lineup with all of our starters and the majority of our duels.
It's definitely a different feel not having Jay down in the room. He always has that presence that you're being held to a standard, and so it's different not having him there and out on the mat.
There was a lot of adversity, I think, in the team this year. But I think the beauty of it is how they came together as a group and they dealt with it.
Our coaches really just kept preaching to us that we were the best team out there, and they literally say it every day. You got to believe first before it can actually happen.
But the other coaches did a great job, stepping up and into their leadership roles. I think I'm stepping up basically to fill in as head coach, and Becker and Ness and just everybody.
It just shows how much of a team and how much effort the other guys on this team put in when you have 2 or 3 guys missing in the lineup. you put some of the backups in, and they fill in the spot just fine.
But every time, it didn't matter who we put out there, our guys went out there and battled and they fought through. And, and when things went wrong in a duel and, someone got upset, they were, one of the next guy would come out and find a way to make something happen.
And to be able to see somebody that nobody expects to win and to step in the lineup, step in and win a match, that really brings a lot of motivation and, it's kind of inspiring to our team, helps us go out and wrestle, the best of our match after that.
Yeah, National Duels this year was real exciting to be able to be in our hometown, be able to compete in front of our crowd, and just being able to wrestle in front of our crowd, but also being, I believe we had the 3rd seed, losing to Oklahoma State and Iowa, so we had a chance to come back and beat Iowa, then Oklahoma State, just like we did the previous year. So,
And we poured it on, and everyone wrestles really well.
I thought our team just wrestled phenomenal at that point, and as a great dual team. We had an opportunity there to compete against Iowa and Oklahoma State, who we lost to earlier in the duel season, and then at this point we get a chance to beat them both. So we beat Iowa in the semifinals. There were some great wins there, very exciting here at home. I thought it was a great atmosphere, and then we get a chance to compete against Oklahoma State and knock them off to again win the national dual team championships 2 years in a row.
Riders keep riding with their being in the Big Ten Conference is a huge advantage for us because we wrestle some of the top guys. We look at the top 10 teams, and a lot of them come from the Big Ten Conference.
You know, it's a great way to prepare for the national tournament because you get in those tough matches, you know, a lot of times against the best guys in the country, so you get to see a guy you maybe haven't seen yet, you know, and see how they wrestle, see how you stack up.
For anybody, you know, it's just as big as a national tournament. Our conference is so tough.
The rest of the country gets to, you know, for their regional tournaments, they're going in the wrestling maybe 2 matches. Most of the guys at the Big Tens are wrestling, you know, at least three, and if not 4, 5, 6 matches, and it's a brutal tournament. It really is a mini national tournament.
When you go to a national tournament, it's a national tournament. Who knows what's going to happen?
This was my 4th time qualifying, and yet I had no All-American, and this was it. This time it was for sure at the end of my wrestling career.
And it's kind of intimidating in the fact that it's so big and there's so many wrestlers there. But you got to remember, it's just one guy at a time. Like, there's only one guy on the mat with you.
You know, it's a tough tournament. Anything could happen. You've seen the best guys lose there.
You know, I couldn't picture in my mind mentally of losing.
Well, I think one of the most exciting moments throughout the year was that All-American round. You know, we went in there and I thought our guys did an extremely well job of going out there and battling. And really gutsy matches where guys went out there and battled, and you know they found a way to win for them team, not only for themselves but also for the team.
But all in all, I just felt like I was more channeled and more focused than I've ever been in my wrestling career, from when I was a little kid till here, just summing up my wrestling career at the end.
Becoming an All-American is a big deal because there's a lot of great wrestlers from the University of Minnesota that are in that category, and it's great to just kind of get that monkey off my back.
To make All-American for the first time was an experience I'll definitely never forget, but I mean, it's been my goal since I got to college to be an All-American.
That was pretty good feeling to like finally know that everything I'd been working for and finally like paid off. I could say I'm an All-American.
In the fact that we had 8 All-Americans, it was heartbreaking to see Kevin not make it again. But I think the thing, and I talked to him a little bit afterwards, is the beauty about who Kevin Steinhaus is that he will come back harder next year. He will come back more with the focus, more with the determination.
I have 100% confidence that God's got greater plans for me, something a lot better than what I've done so far. And so, you know, I just have to use that type of experience and put it in the right mental perspective, you know, and let it drive me towards next year.
I think one of the biggest things, obviously one of the biggest things is coaches that you want to see your kids win national titles. And last year, Tony won it as a sophomore. We've never had a sophomore national champion before, and he came back this year and he wanted to win it again. It became very important for him, right, to win that title again. Not for himself, but for his team and his family and all the things that go along with it.
Very exciting, great for this program, great for himself, and it was a great way to finish the tournament.
You know, once I stepped on that mat, I was ready to go and ready to win another national title.
But a lot of great stories within the season as a whole. As I said, in the dual meets, I think that from 74 to heavyweight, they won every match except for one during the whole season. That's pretty amazing thing. 8 All-Americans at the end, pretty amazing thing. To come back, win the national duels again for a second time in a row here in Minnesota for our fans to see is pretty amazing thing.
We're gonna have a great team again next year. Pretty much everyone's coming back but Cody, so it's gonna be real close with Penn State and those other top teams. So we're gonna be in there in the hunt, and it's gonna be real excited from a team standpoint and individually.
You know, the success we had this year isn't always just from the 10 guys that are out there wrestling at the national tournament. It comes from all the guys down the room. We have about 40 guys in the room, and they all do a tremendous job. They all have the same mentality that the 10 guys out there on the mat do, and they may not always get the glory, but those guys are as an important part of our team and what we accomplish as the 10 guys that are out there on the mat.
We're good enough. We showed at national duels. We're that good when we want to be, and we just need to put it together at the right tournament and get those bonus points and wrestle aggressive. And I mean, this summer we're all looking to improve and be in that top of the podium. And Tony's looking to win his 3rd, and we're all looking to get that first national title and win it as a team again.
And I think that they know that they're close, and they need to do some things this summer to get where they need to be, and I think they're willing to do that. And I think next year is going to be a really fun year for Minnesota wrestling.
And so we'll just keep taking it 1 week at a time, make sure our guys get a little bit better every single weekend. And by the time Nationals rolls around, we'll have them ready to go and have them at their peak just like we did last year. And hopefully this time we'll have 10 All-Americans and 10 national champions.